Hi everyone, welcome to my seminar about the Gamecube. The Gamecube has a PowerPC 750 at about half a gigahertz. It also has custom SIMD instructions called paired single, where you can manipulate two floats in one instruction. It has 24 megs of RAM and 16 megs of not really usable ARAM, and also 3 megabytes of VRAM. It has a CRTC called the VI, which gives you a frame buffer and a few registers to play with video signal timing. It also has a quite powerful GPU called the Flipper. For the assembler, you're probably going to use the GNU assembler. It's bundled in DevKit PPC, which also comes with a few other things. Hardware documentation, there's not really something great like GBA tech out there. So what you're probably going to piece together stuff from YAGCD, Webrew, and the libogc headers and source code. Dolphin is the only good emulator out there, so you're probably going to be using that. Yes. When you get started, the executables have to be in the DOL format, and the header of that is, already 256 bytes in size, so your entire intro will have to be within the header. Now, most of it is just offsets to the start of sections, and then loading addresses, and then sizes of the sections. You can basically put whatever you want. Well, you'll need at least one simply to load things into memory, but the other ones can basically be garbage as long as you keep the section sizes at 0, but that signals to the loader that it doesn't have to look at the section, because otherwise it will try using garbage values here, which will not go well. And then, similarly, it also needs the entry point, but oh well. So that's how you do it. For example, you can put your init code in the padding and then put the main loop here, and then until some point here. As for the graphics, you're not going to write a GPU driver in 256 bytes. I mean, you can try. I wish you good luck with that, but you're not going to get far, I think. So you're probably going to use the VI with a simple frame buffer called the EFB, which is actually in YUIV format, which is a bit interesting. You'll have to set up 10-ish VI registers first, which is a bit annoying. And one thing, when you look at the documentation, when you see MMIO registers starting with hex CC, that's a virtual address. The physical addresses corresponding to it is hex 0C, because one YAGCD uses the virtual addresses while Webrew uses the physical addresses, so be aware of that. Also, the MMU is configured by default, so you can just use the hex CC values if you must. For sound, the hardware has a 16-channel PCM thing, which is called the audio interface. The documentation is pretty much non-existing, so you'll have to piece things together, so good luck. For an example Hello World thing, there's a protocol called Zorpinski by Vlad, which is just an XOR pattern, but with slightly different colors than you're used to because of the YUIV format. You might try using Wii as well, but that's not going to go well because there's different MMIO addresses, and it also needs an extra video encoder which you have to set up. If you don't, you get nice visuals here, and setting up the video encoder is going to use a lot of space. You could try to make a loader, but then you're not making intros, and that's actually something you should do. So go make an intro.